Oh, diggity.
I like the way
Oh,
you
diggity.
work it. Oh, diggity.
That's what they say.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Hello, welcome to WayTooBroad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculously excited grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Hi, Hannah. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
Hi.
This is our musical episode of WayTooBroad.
Welcome to our musical episode.
Yeah. But with talking parts, with most of it talking.
Yeah, this is the book part.
So, yeah, we're back from our little break.
Back.
Yeah.
Hope you and yours had a lovely Thanksgiving. I know that us and ours sure did.
We did. And as predicted, we didn't even think about podcasting.
I forgot that we had a podcast. Honestly, honest to God, the whole time, didn't even think about how we have a podcast. Just hanging out with my cousins.
I forgot what a podcast was.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish listening to a single podcast while I was at your house, Erin.
Yeah.
I started listening to an episode of You're Wrong About, and I couldn't even finish that. So imagine that.
I haven't even finished that. In a rare turn of events, normally I gobble them right up, but it's been a lot.
Gobble,
on my
gobble.
mind.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Gibby gobby. Take a scobby.
Wow, like a kombucha scabby.
Scubby.
Yeah.
Gobby gobby, take a scabby. I love it. So
Yeah, so much has happened. We had a great
Goby
time.
Boby, it's actually Scoby.
Yeah. But that doesn't... Oh, Goby, it's...
Wow, it took me a bit too.
Yeah. Erin, what are you drinking?
Hello, I'm drinking you two in because I missed you. Additionally, I have a black cherry seltzer. That was such a good line. How smooth am I? And I have this little baby vanilla milkshake because it's that ice cream that you guys like so much, Hannah, that Turkey Hill 4-ingredient stuff. There's like a whole untouched half-gallon of vanilla. Well, now it's been touched by my spoon. But I made myself a little Nella shake.
Nice.
Every time we visit, we leave a new milk product.
Yeah.
We seed them, and then you guys fall in love with them.
You introduced us to new dairy
or non-dairy products.
Right.
Because I also left oat milk at your parents' house.
That is true.
I couldn't find that.
All right. Who's next? What are they drinking?
Baby Bench, what are you drinking?
I got apple cider.
That's
I
it?
got ice water.
That's it?
I got another ice water. I almost just spilled all three of my drinks when I picked that third
That
one
would
up.
have been funny.
That would have been it.
3 drinks for
Neato.
Bench.
One of them was cider.
As always.
Nice. Great job, Baby Bench.
Thanks.
Can we address this?
Oh, I was so used to it. I didn't even...
We created this elaborate plan, the family, before Bench arrived into town, to just call him Bench and just see what he would have to say about it. And what he had to say about it was absolutely fucking nothing.
Nothing.
He just pretended like it wasn't happening, and it made us all so angry.
I defeated you.
And our little cousin Tristan at one point was like, "What? Why are you calling him Bench instead of Ben?" And we just kind of didn't answer him.
We didn't answer him. That was the first night the Bench was there, and and he was like, "Why are you calling Ben bench. And nobody, like, you were just like, shh, and nobody said anything. And then later, Tristan also started calling Ben Bench. And,
the whole family was in on it.
Everyone was doing it. And one time Ben was like, or maybe Kylie asked Ben, when did they start calling you Bench? Or maybe you said that to someone and that person also just didn't answer you.
Yeah, that's right. Ben said at one point, when did you guys start calling me Bench? And no one answered him. And then we just kept doing it and he didn't follow up on it. This is kind of beautiful.
I think I had just assumed that it was like, in my head, what happened was before I got there, someone accidentally called me Bench instead of Ben. And you guys were all like, ha, that's funny. And then just started doing it as a joke. Kind of like how we started calling Dom Don.
Don Humongous.
Right.
Don Humongous. So I just assumed it was the same kind of thing, and it didn't feel worth questioning.
That's so funny. If you guys started calling me like Erin, I would be like, okay, wait, why are you calling me that? Yeah. But Ben was just like, okay, it's probably an inside joke that I like don't care to be inside of.
Yeah, that was pretty much exactly my thought.
Wow. We also like explained Don Humongous to you immediately, but you just figured no one bothered to explain Bench to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I really didn't think about it much.
It was the most perfect way to defeat us, except
I also kept
doing it.
Yeah.
I also think that, like, a lot of the time it was pretty loud in wherever we were.
Yeah.
And that's pretty easy to mishear as just my name. So half the time I might have just thought you were saying my name normally, too.
That's kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, let's do it real subtly so that he'll be like, did they just call me Bench? Probably not. That's probably just me mishearing something.
But
I don't know. I didn't think about it for some reason, which is so weird.
That's amazing.
It was so weird. It was like the strangest thing that happened the entire week.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Ben
true.
just became Bench, and there was nothing we could.
And like, even when you were calling me it in the beginning of this recording, and it didn't even faze me.
He didn't care and barely noticed. Fascinating.
Yeah.
I really didn't care. And can I tell you, I still don't care.
Yeah. This must be fascinating for you, Hannah, as an anthropologist.
It's fascinating.
As a anthropologist.
Because if anyone calls me Anna, I freak out.
If anyone calls me Hannah and leaves off the H, but even says it verbally, I know and I freak out.
My name is so precious, but Ben is just like, yeah, add some letters.
Yeah, whatever you want to call me. It's fine. Charles, totally.
I got called Brian today. That was cool.
Did you ask? Did you correct them?
Yes, I did.
You did. You're like, my name's Bench. With a CH.
Benjamin.
That's great. That's a good one. Yeah,
that was the other reason, is that like Benj or like Benji are things I've been called before, because obviously my full name is Benjamin, and that I think that's what I thought you were saying at first was Benj.
No, Benjamin.
Benjamin.
So the Don Humongous thing, for the listener, my little brother's name is Dominic, and my mom happened to send me a text this week that said Don has the credit card, referring to Dominic. And then also somehow Dominic convinced our 6-year-old cousin that the same one who was like, why are you calling him Bench? He convinced Tristan that his middle name was Humongous. And we were all going along with it.
And Dominic said he wants to keep that going till Tristan's like 12 or so.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. And so we were just calling him Don Humongous, which is just such a great nickname.
It's a great nickname. I just noticed today he changed his name on Twitter to Don Humongous.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, he did that. He did that to try and convince Tristan that was his actual name. He was like, you can't change your name on Twitter. It has to be your legal name.
That is true.
Tristan did not believe him, though. Tristan's really smart. But didn't. Tristan, is just young enough to be like, I don't trust you, but I also trust all things adults say. So I don't know where I stand here.
We should talk about the beautiful... Oh, I should tell you what I'm drinking.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a cup of water, but I want to tell you a nice thing happened with this cup of water.
A nice thing about that cup of water.
A nice thing about that cup of water is that
I'm
when
intrigued.
I came in
I'm
here,
listening.
when I came in here, I left it outside, out in the living room, and then just as I was turning around to ask Ian if he could bring it over to me, he popped into the room with it in his hand already.
Wow.
He just,
Wow, that's
knew.
nice.
He wanted to save himself and Ian!
Probably.
Yeah. If I had to guess.
But yeah, speaking of Tristan absolutely loved Bench. It was like the first
Oh my
time that
God.
they had spent like
Yeah, we're Bench's friends.
your Bench
God.
friends.
It was the cutest fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great little kid.
He's great. So some cute things that happened was like Tristan first fell in love with Ben, I think Wednesday night at my house.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were playing video games together, and then Tristan had to leave, and he was really sad. Well, I told him, I was like, this is your cousin, like pointing to Ben. And so then he was talking to his mom and saying that he was really happy to be related to Ben. And then was really happy he got to spend time with him. He's like saying all these things. And that at first he was afraid of Bench because Candace was like, is it because he's so tall? And Tristan was like, no, it's because he's so strong and can rip my body. And then didn't he like hug you and say, I'll miss you?
Yeah.
Oh.
He did. It was very nice.
They just-
And my last day, he said he wished I could live there.
Oh, man. I didn't know about that. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was real sweet.
Benj also held a baby for the first time on Thanksgiving. Got a lot of really beautiful pictures and some very nice videos. It was just, we had some good family time.
Yeah,
That's true.
It was really nice.
That baby was Tristan's little sister.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
It was so funny.
Illegally
What
cute.
baby? Yeah.
So fucking cute.
Wow, so nice.
That last day, Hannah, when it was basically just me and Erin at her parents' house with like Candace and Tristan, the kids, and we were watching Into the Spider-Verse, and AJ just like went into the closet and took out the Swiffer.
Oh my God.
And she's like 1.5 years old and was just walking around pushing the Swiffer.
She was like dusting
It was so fucking
for
cute.
like an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah. She was really getting under the furniture.
Wow.
She's doing a good job, and then she just dropped it and made a huge noise when she was done.
It was really good.
How I am when I'm cleaning also. Just
I'm
like,
just like done.
done.
All done.
We also it was really nice this year that Molly's parents were staying at the house with us, so we were able to hang out with them a lot, and I really enjoyed both of them very much. We had a lot of fun playing Nerds. Like Robin and I relearned while she was learning, and then she and I started getting better at like the same rate during that whole game. And so for the rest of the time, whenever either of us was playing Nerds, we would be like, Hannah, she'd be like, Hannah, I just won. Like we would be calling each other when we won because we were on the same level. It was very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Erin and I had a couple of insanely close games.
Yeah.
They
That
were,
I
like,
always won, but
that you won
they
both of
were
them.
so close. It was anyone's
had
game.
one-
It was mine, but it could have been anyone's. Sorry.
I think we had one where we were like tied. We were like tied at like 93 or something.
Yeah.
and
Oh
we
my
played to
gosh.
100. It was crazy.
Wow. Anybody out there who is listening who's never played the game Nerds or Nerds,
Go play it.
Yeah, go play it. Go find a league.
League. Find your local Nerds League. Everyone has one. And go play Nerds.
Sign up. It's so fun.
Yeah, so we did Thanksgiving. It was super fun. Erin started her new job. Woo.
Yeah, I started my new job. It's been really great. I'm having a really nice first week. Everybody has been so nice. All three people who also work there have been so nice. Yeah, I'm just really liking it. I feel like I'm already getting a little bit of work done and learning, and yeah, they're just nice guys. Took me out to a nice lunch.
That's always
Nice.
nice.
Yeah. Chicken
it.
and waffles. But yeah, I'm liking it. I mean, it's really nice location downtown. It's like right in the downtown center. It's great. Like, I think if you Google like just downtown Durham, that's where it pops you. Let's see. Like on maps.google.com. Let's see.
www.https://
let's see. Yeah, actually, if you do that, you can see. I'm right in City Center. Anyway, it's great. I like it. Hundo Lyco so far.
Oh, I got it.
I did like go to bed at like 8:30 yesterday. I was so tired. I like was like asleep at 8:30. But you know how that kind of stuff goes.
You know how it be.
You know,
Do you
sleepy,
work
tired,
at the squiggly desk with the laughing people around it?
Huh?
The first picture of the visitor center. The first picture of the visitor center has a squiggly desk with laughing people around it.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is my desk.
Oh wow! Seems pretty a little public for my liking.
I'm on the different floor than that picture.
Oh, you're on the different floor?
I'm on the different floor. Yeah, the different floor.
Hey. Whoa. I had my last class today.
Hey!
And then hey. I also got the last signatures that I need to turn in all of my thesis paperwork and submitted my thesis electronically, and it was accepted by the library.
Wow.
So
what does
I'm
that
basically
mean?
done.
Shout out to the librarian who accepted your thesis.
They just confirmed that it's all formatted properly and everything.
That's cool. So I don't understand what a thesis is besides a big long thing you have to write.
Yeah, same.
That's all it is.
Oh.
It's just a big long thing you have to write.
We know a lot of stuff, Hannah.
Yeah, we do.
How's it graded? You get 3
thumbs up.
Or in our case, 3. It depends on the school. You get 3 people to be on your thesis committee. Quote, quote, quote.
Quote.
Quote, 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 quote. And they read it and decide if it's good enough. If it's good enough, they sign a thing that says the thesis is good enough.
So you choose 3 people you like and who like you to judge if your paper, big long thing you write, is good. That seems a little
yes.
Okay.
But in my case, I chose my advisor, who I've been working with since I started, and then asked her for recommendations for people to ask about it, because number 1, I don't know many other professors here, and number 2, most of the professors that in my department don't work on anything related to what I work on. So we needed to find people who are somewhat qualified to actually understand and judge the work. But yeah, they all signed it. And
the email asking me
that's all done.
to be your advisor must have gotten right into my spam filter. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah.
I didn't catch that text message. It must have gotten stuck.
Sent to your spam folder. In your text. Yeah. I also today got an email which just made me really excited for my new job, because I got an email from this woman that's helping me with onboarding stuff.
Onboarding.
And it was about my laptop. What did I say?
Onboarding. Did you
I said onboarding?
Did you say
onboarding.
it too, Hannah?
Yeah.
Onboarding.
No, I meant onboarding.
Onboarding? No, it's onboarding now.
Okay, she helped me with onboarding. And it was about my laptop that she's going to get for me. And she was she sent me a link and was like, here's the standard laptops that the school has available, but I have a quote here for a much, much better one that I'm thinking of getting you instead. Do you want that? And I was like, sure, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Give me the good one. It has 4 times the storage and
dope.
It's just so much better.
Is it a Mac or a PC?
It is a PC. I had the choice, but PC is better for the kind of stuff I do usually.
Cool.
Nice.
A lot of software is exclusive to PC that I use.
I'm a PC
Gotcha.
I don't like Apple, okay?
I mean, I have a Mac.
Wow.
I have a personal MacBook.
Cool.
Don't tell the
As you know.
podcast gods, but I don't like Apple.
I just got
Today-
I got the new 16-inch for my job. It's dope.
The Pro
Yeah. It's dope.
with like the touch bar thing.
It's dope. Yeah. It's
Nice.
dope. It's part of my onboarding.
Dad has some words like that, but I can't remember any of them right now.
Permit.
Permit, yeah.
What was you
That's
saying?
not what that. I misspoke though. That's not a word that I say like that all the time.
Well, that is a word.
My dad says, like, when you pick up, like, when you go to like the town hall to get a form that tells you you're allowed to do something, what is that called?
It's called a permit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He calls it a permit and also says the verb permit as permit.
They permit you to get a permit.
Yeah, right. They permit you to get a permit, but he would say
Yes.
I
they
read
permit you to get a
something-
permit.
I think he's objectively wrong because I read something that the emphasis has something to do whether it's a verb or a noun.
Ha.
So I think the emphasis is like permit, like it's on the last syllable if it's a verb versus permit, like all of those words that are what are they? They look like they're spelled the same, but they sound different. Whatever those are.
Homo. They're spelled the same.
No, mama. I think they're mama phones.
Almost spelled the same.
I love that you're being like kind of a dick about it, like singing it. I know it's our musical episode and everything, but
No.
you're like singing
No,
it.
that wasn't me being a dick about it. That was me trying to remember the words. So I was
Oh, okay.
extending
I
it by
thought you were
singing
gonna
it.
be like,
and then as I was thinking about it, I realized no. I was like thinking about it, and I was like, word that sounds the same but spelled different. And I was like, wait a second, they're spelled the same.
I think it's
So I
called
cut off my own song.
I think it's called the mammogram.
It's called an OBGYN.
Homo spell. That's what it's called.
Homo spell.
What is a word?
How my name is look the same sounds different, right?
What are words? Well, that's what it is.
Homonym.
That are
We solved it.
spelled the same but pronounced differently. Called
Homo.
homonyms. Homonyms.
Wait, homonym
No,
having
that
the same
sounds
spelling
alike,
or
but have a
pronunciation but different meanings and origins.
Sound like have different meanings. Homographs. Wait. Oh no.
No, it's not a homonym.
It's not. Heteronym? I don't like that.
Seems heteronormative. I don't care enough.
I really lost interest so long ago.
Yeah, same.
All right.
I'm done.
All right.
Should we pop in then?
Call us if you know this. Call us if you know this and you think we should have learned it in middle school or whatever. I don't
Yes,
care.
please. Call us.
But if you're Uncle Brown, don't call us and try and justify your stupid pronunciation of those words.
Yeah, it is
the
wrong.
Word permit.
You know
Yes.
what? You can if you want to. I'm interested in hearing this case. Listen, let the man speak. Let him speak incorrectly, but let him speak.
Erin, do you have a obsession?
Yeah, I do.
Sweet.
I just want to say, I finished my little baby milkshake, and I poured some black cherry seltzer into this cup that still has a little milkshake residue, and I think it's brilliant. It's like a float. It's like a seltzer float. Why haven't we been doing this? I just knocked my cup and almost spilled it. Okay. Wow.
Oh man, seltzer float has to be a thing somewhere. I feel
Oh,
like
you know what it is called? I actually used to make these at Good Berries. Called like egg sodas or something. Hold on.
an egg cream. That's
Egg
not what an egg
cream.
cream is.
Okay.
Egg cream is chocolate milk and seltzer.
And ice cream. It was an egg cream
an
float.
egg cream doesn't have ice cream in it.
It was an egg cream float that I used to make. Well, not soda. Seltzer water. What did I used to make with seltzer water? Water float.
Water
called?
float.
That sounds like it would have some, like, diet cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. Water float is not going to get you what you need.
It's an ice cream soda. That's what it is.
Oh.
Ice cream soda?
An ice cream soda. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to make those. But it would have, like, it would have chocolate syrup or, like, vanilla or, like, simple syrup, I think. Anyway.
Oh.
We're so off topic. Let's get back on topic.
So your obsession isn't ice cream sodas?
It's not. My obsession, I mean, like, mostly has been my new job this week, but I do have something else, which is I've been listening to, an audiobook.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Ben.
What happened to you?
I just punched my microphone next.
Your temper's
gotten violent.
Your temper's out of control.
I hope that the listeners think that I just responded really strongly to whatever you said, which I missed because I was in the middle of punching my microphone. Did you say audiobook?
An audiobook. Ben's feeling punchy. Okay. I'm listening to an audiobook. It's Over the Top by Jonathan Van Ness.
Oh, okay.
So
I
here's
remember you saying you were going to download this.
I remember you too.
I remember you now. You're Erin, right? It just came back.
Oh my god! It's been so embarrassing this whole time. I'm like, I know her. What happened was Jonathan Van Ness of Queer Eye. If you don't know who Jonathan Van Ness is, the first thing you have to do before you listen to this audiobook is go watch all the Queer Eye on Netflix. You won't be sorry. It's so good. So Jonathan Van Ness is obviously on Queer Eye, and he's wonderful. I love him. He's probably one of my favorite queers on Queer Eye, and outright. I saw that he had a book, and I was going to get it from the library, but then a friend reminded me that it's on Audible, and he fucking reads it, and it's really delightful. You know, I'm one of those people, I feel like I could listen to Jonathan Van Ness, like, read a phone book. I just, like, find the way that he talks to be delightful. And I'm really glad I'm listening to the audiobook because he has all sorts of, like, beautiful phrasings and he'll make, like, little sounds. I'm like, this probably wasn't in the audiobook, but he'll say something, he'll be like, ah, you know? Can you even? Or, like, can you believe? Or it's, you know, if you know Jonathan Van Ness, you know how it is. And it's just, the stories are funny, and his little things he adds are funny. Like, he has these, like, little asides where he's like, by the way, you know, Sarah Lee, if you're listening, hit a bitch up, you know. So just like little things that are really delightful. It's just like this lovely little stress-free moment, as he would say. And just, like, hearing his story is really interesting. You know, he is this really flamboyant gay man, and, like, just always has been. And so before he was a flamboyant gay man, he was a flamboyant gay child. And so just his experience, like, growing up in the Midwest, and just, like, his, you know, his coping mechanisms, and his just, like, you know, perseverance into becoming, like, the, you know, the very full-fledged person he is today is really interesting. So check it out for some stress-free listening. I mean, I think the whole thing won't be stress-free. I think he, you know, has gone through some real stuff, and we'll talk candidly about it, but he's just a joy to listen to.
I love him.
Love him.
Love him.
Love him. Big fan.
Big fan.
I like
Big fan.
how
Huge.
I love watching. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but it's really fun to watch him, like, following all of his passions. Like, he does these like live shows now, and one of the things he does at them, and then also in his spare time, is gymnastics. Like, he just, like, does flips on stage and posts all these videos of him, like, just, like, doing flips and stuff. It's just, like, very, like, cool and sweet and good. Like, he's really, like, clearly living. Oh, and the ice skating, too. He's, like, taking up ice skating.
Yeah, he's living his childhood fantasies. Like, he was, like, obsessed with gymnastics and ice skating as a child and always wanted to be an ice skater and a gymnast and was just like not able to do those things. So he's like absolutely living out his lifelong passions and dreams right now. It's really beautiful to watch. I feel like Jonathan Van Ness is like this really great example of like just like, you know, obviously as a child and probably as an adult to some extent, his personality was, you know, there were people in his life who tried to like dim his personality and his tendencies. But I feel like he's just a great example of like a person who's just being themselves like 100%. And I love it. I'm here for it. Just in this really like genuine way. And I just like fucking love it so much.
Has he talked about why he loves cats so much yet?
Nope, not yet. It's also funny because he replaces all the names, all the sensitive names in the books with, I believe, members of the Russian dynasty, which is really funny because he's just talking about growing up in like the Midwest and suddenly there's like an Anastasia and you know, like all of these like really Russian, Boris, all of these really Russian names. It's very, very amusing. So,
Aw. Love him.
check it out.
I will.
Love him.
Do you think it's on that library one? Or is it just on Audible?
Oh, I don't know. And it depends on, I believe that library one differs from library to library.
You differ from library to library.
I do.
It's library.
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 It's
Library.
It's library.
I don't think I have that app anyway. Look.
Hoopla.
Hoopla.
Hoopla!
I'm looking on mine. Yeah, I don't see it on mine. But again, you differ from library to library.
I see. Well, maybe I'll download the app first and then see where that leads me.
That sounds like a plan, Stan.
Okay. Wow.
Yep, that's all.
Wow.
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 We should all check that out. He's a good dude.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, deal.
Wow.
All right, Ben. Baby Ben. Ben. Baby Ben.
Joint segment.
Joint segment.
Oh, that was the surprise. That was the surprise. I'd forgotten about it. Hannah and Ben were like having secret chats.
Yeah.
Without me.
It's just a joint segment.
Oh, I think I know.
It's about Pokemon.
Yeah, I
It's
knew.
the new Pokemon. It's the new Pokemon game.
It's the new
knew
Pokemon
that.
game.
You guys
so
did a bait
fucking
and
good.
switch.
Nice.
So,
Hannah, have you beaten it yet?
no, almost.
I beat it last night.
Wow.
It was so cool.
Wow.
Very cool game. So fun. Gonna keep playing it. Gonna fill up my Pokédex.
Look, I am not someone who, like, I didn't follow the news about this Pokemon game. I wasn't, like, really excited about it. But then I watched Ben and Kylie play it on the TV for, like, a half an hour maybe when Ben first got to Erin's house. And it was so pretty. Like, all of the Pokemon were really cute. All of the characters were really cute. The worlds were really well built. Like, I actually think the wild area looks a lot like Breath of the Wild. And the fact that you have camera control when you're there. It's like, it's just so pretty. It's so fun to explore. You go to a bunch of different cities and they're all very beautiful. And the Galarian Ponyta in the Pokemon Shield, which is the one I have, is so freaking beautiful.
I love when it attacks, how like its whole mane
Just lights up.
starts glowing. It's so cool.
I love it. So I got it, and Ian and I have been playing it, and neither of us have quite beat it, but it was really
Who
fun.
did Ian pick for his starter? What?
I haven't heard of that
Rat.
Pokemon.
Rat.
He picked Ponyta and then he just texted me the word Rapidash, and it really threw me off because that's not a starter. Because it was Ponyta and now it's Rapidash. We both have Rapidash now. I think that's what he's. But Ian, who'd you pick for your starter? I picked the fire bunny guy, and he's been great.
Bunny.
He's been.
Do you like his final form?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it when I saw it at first, but I think in game it looks better than I thought it would.
He looks cool and casual, and I actually really thought I would hate the...
I love that in a Pokemon.
Erin, he's a soccer playing bunny, and he starts off like little, but then like casual, yeah. But then like once he's big, he like rests all of his weight on one foot, and he puts his hand on his hip, and he's got like long football legs. You know, like.
Well, that does sound casual. What is his name?
It's Cinderace.
Yeah.
Oh god, I better nail the spelling, or I'm gonna be taken to a weird part of the internet.
It's like too humanoid.
Yeah, I like that though. I mean, it's not like, I don't know.
Also, his signature move is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Pyro Ball.
Yeah, it's extremely good. It's like, it'll be like, oh, it wasn't that effective while I'm watching the other guy like pass out. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's so good.
I love it. I have like almost finished entire gyms with just that one move. Like, I think that's why they only give you 5 of them. It's the one he picked was the grass one.
Same.
Wow.
Kylie also same.
Look at this image I'm about to send you.
Okay.
The grass one's called Grookey.
Grookey.
He's a monkey. He's
Taking
cute.
a while. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
Boing. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that is not what mine looks
It's
like.
this really sexualized version.
Cinderace? Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's a lot.
I don't like that.
There's a lot on this Google image search. Oh my god, there's a worse one I'm not going to send you, but I'm very tempted to.
I also
now you're just going to make me look it up because I'm curious.
Did you just search? Oh my god.
Just Cinderace?
Wow.
Yeah, go to the Google image search. It gets real sexy real quick.
But I don't
Going
see the
incognito.
the first
I don't
one.
mean like sexy, like I personally think it's sexy, but like sexual. Wow, there's so people really sexualize Cinderace like so bad. Oh my god!
What page are you on?
Whoa.
I'm on. I just searched Cinderace and then clicked on Google image search. Like click on images.
I only saw. Maybe I have safe search on.
You probably have safe search on. Here, I'll send you some choice ones in this
Okay.
Slack here.
Send you some choice ones.
Wow, I do see some bear bunny breasts.
Yeah.
So you probably
yeah.
don't have safe search
That
on
one
them.
I saw. I did see that one, but I didn't see any. Oh, I didn't see this
no,
one.
more?
Wow.
Yeah. There's
Wow.
another one for you.
Okay, listen,
yeah.
here's the thing. Usually I will share images that we talk
we're not
about on the
sharing
podcast.
these.
No, I just can't have these on our Twitter feed.
I'm not kink shaming anyone. I'm just very surprised. This is not what I was expecting to see. Okay?
Well, I thought the original form was really, really cute. That's the little guy with like the little Band-Aid on his nose, and then
Score Bunny.
And then the second form is, I actually also think, really cute. He's got like a really tall what do you call it, collar, so you can like see his mouth. It's just kind of like cute. And then the third one, yeah, he does kind of look like a dude, but he's just like
the third form is kinky.
yes, but he's just like my buddy. Like, you know, you can go camping, and he's just like your buddy that you're hanging out with while your Pokemon are like he's like your friend instead of your Pokemon.
Your friend in knee highs.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's some things I think that are really good about this game for someone who isn't as intense about Pokemon as someone like Ben or Lucas is. Like, and maybe is frustrating for people who are more intense about it, but I really, really appreciate the fact that they, if you fought a Pokemon before, they will tell you whether the moves you're about to use are effective or not very effective or will have no effect. I really like that. And also, like, even when you are considering swapping out your Pokemon for another one, it'll tell you, like, which ones, like, it'll tell you about each one's moves and how effective they'll be. That's super helpful for someone who is not, like, really, oh my god.
I'm sorry, I can't help it now. I guess all the dirty ones I find.
I bet that there's images like this for all of them, though, unfortunately. All the starters, at least.
All right. Let's challenge that. I'm going to look for Snorax.
They're the most... I mean, Cinderace, I think, is the most humanoid of the three.
Grookey is, like, without his drum at the... Is that his name?
You mean the final form, Rillaboom?
Mm-hmm.
He's a gorilla.
He's a gorilla, but he stands on two legs. He uses his hands like a human.
So do gorillas.
He's just, I don't know. He doesn't strike me as
he
more
looks exactly
humanoid.
like a gorilla.
He doesn't. I mean, I
like
think
he looks like a gorilla wearing like leaves on his head.
Cinderace looks like a bunny.
I'm seeing nothing sexual for Snorax.
Cinderace.
For who?
Snorax.
Snorax.
Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Okay, I'm Googling Rillaboom.
Alright, I guess I'll do Inteleon. We're just looking for smut about all the starters.
Pokemon smut.
I also think camping can be really fun. I like the fact that you can become friends.
Found a sexy Inteleon.
Okay, I don't see any for Rillaboom.
Yeah, because he's a fucking gorilla.
My friend is a
like,
bunny.
if you look up gorilla sexy, do you see some sexy gorilla pictures? Probably, yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh, did you put in the word
Gorillas
sexy?
probably have huge dicks, huh?
Ben.
Wow. Oh, man.
Anyway.
Tell the people I work with about this podcast. Can we make that the title, Hannah? Gorillas have huge dicks.
No, but I was gonna say there's a really fun thing with you can go camping with your Pokemon and then you can play with toys with them and cook for them, and if you do that enough, then they become very friendly towards you and they'll actually fight harder for you in battle. Mm-hmm. And when that happened,
cool.
I was like, oh, this is so dumb. Why am I doing this? And then, like, the first time that one of my Pokemon landed a critical hit because it wanted approval from me and a little heart popped up over his head, I was like, oh my god, I'm so proud of this Pokemon. So that's really fun.
I love playing with them because you can play with them in the camp with like little toys.
Yeah, it's so fun. Ben, why don't you tell what you like about it from your more experienced perspective?
Number one, right at the start of the game, you have the option to like skip all of the tutorials about how to play the game.
Oh, nice. I didn't know.
Which is really nice. Like when you first time you go into a Pokemon Center, they'll be like, have you used Pokemon Center before? And you can just say yes, and they like don't go through all of like the how to use it and everything. And also like if you catch a Pokemon before the catching tutorial, then the like guy who's going to do it will be like, oh, you already know how to do it, great, and you just like move on, which is totally new and really great.
Cool.
For just like getting right into the game, because that was a big complaint a lot of people had about the last generation, was that it was like so handholdy, especially the beginning, which like isn't that much of a complaint to me. Like I don't care because I'll still have fun playing the game. But that was a complaint by the notoriously nitpicky diehard Pokemon community. Also, I like that. I like the new, like that the whole gym challenge thing, like that in this region, gym battles are like a huge fun event that like fill stadiums, and it's like the gym challenge that you do to go through all the gyms isn't just like kind of a thing that's always going on. It's like a yearly event where like you start out in like a larger pool of challengers that gets whittled down as they lose to gyms, which is really cool. And then like by the end, like as you're passing people on the street, it'll be like little speech bubbles. It'll be like, hey, that's Challenger Ben.
Yeah.
He's famous. Like people start knowing who you are in the game, which is really cool.
That's cool.
And that stays the same when you're the champion too. Like people are like, oh my god, it's the champion. It's so neat.
It's also like, I feel like the attitude is like, not that Pokemon's ever been like a blood sport or anything, but I feel like people are sort of more, because it's like a fun, like celebratory thing. Even your rivals in the game or the people that you meet at the gyms, most of them are like, oh, hey, you won, great job. Like they're like positive, and it's all like they're like sporting about it. you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before it was more
And also,
intense.
like, Pokemon has gone through interesting, like, phases in terms of the like, quote-unquote evil team in each generation. Like, it started with Team Rocket, obviously, and their thing was basically they just, like, wanted to make money by stealing Pokemon somehow, which I don't really quite understand, but, like, they've gone...
They're, like, in the wild, famously.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you can just go get some. And also, like, how are you going to make money off stealing a rare Pokemon? I don't know. How... Whatever. But then, like, there have been, like, in Generation 3, it was, like, Team Magma and Team Aqua were... In particular, Team Aqua is, like, trying to flood the entire world. And, like, they've kind of been more and more evil. Like, and I was reminded of this when I replayed Generation 6. I played Pokemon X while I was waiting to get the Switch back and was really hankering for some Pokemon. And the team in that one's called Team Flare. And when you first meet them, basically their whole thing is that they're very stylish and wear orange suits. Like, that's all you learn about them. But then by the end of the game, kind of out of nowhere, their thing becomes that their plan, like their evil plan, is literally to kill everyone, all humans and Pokemon on the Earth except for them.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
And it's like, wait, what? This is Pokemon. Where did this come from? Also, I thought you were just weirdos in suits.
You're going to have to do all the cleanup from that. I don't understand that.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But that, like, they really, really backed off in this generation, and the evil team isn't really evil at all. They're just, like, they're the fan club of another one of the gym challengers, and they're called Team Yell, and they're fucking hilarious, and I love them. They're so great. And in Generation 7, it was Team Skull, who was similarly kind of funny and a lot less serious. So they kind of backed off, but they backed off even more in this one, where they're not even evil. They're just a fan club. They're like a ravenous like soccer fan. Because oh yeah, did we mention that the region is based on the UK?
Oh, cool.
Because it is.
It is.
No.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, I love a lot of the new Pokemon. I think in this generation and last generation, it seems like they've really thought about competitive Pokemon when making new Pokemon and abilities, which is neat. This is the first generation since Gen 4. I think I mentioned this before. Maybe I didn't. Where they've introduced, like, new evolutions for old Pokemon, which is really cool. In addition to introducing new forms for old Pokemon, which they did last generation also. And I love that shit because it's like gives you, because honestly, like, sometimes there's like a power creep in Pokemon where a lot of the older ones just like end up being not as good as the newer ones. Because, like, they actually have sort of competitive Pokemon in mind when they make the new ones. And they've done things in the past where, like, between generations, they've buffed some of the stats of older Pokemon. And another thing they do is introduce new evolutions for them so that, like, those new evolutions can be viable in some competitive environments, which is really neat. And there's a lot of there's so much new fun stuff that I'm really excited to, like, start playing around with in competitive. And also, like, I just love, like, there have been several times where, for no particular reason, kind of, like you mentioned, like Breath of the Wild-esque, I'll just be in the wild area, just kind of, like, riding around, looking at all, like, the different... Because what's cool is the weather changes in the different parts of the wild area all the time, and the Pokemon that are, like, running around are different depending on the weather. So sometimes I'll just, like, run around and, like, look for new, interesting Pokemon that I hadn't seen anywhere else yet. And just, like, maybe do some, like, max raid battles, which are also really fun. There's just so much to do. It's great.
Yeah,
it's so fun. And I'm about to start the post game, which I've heard is pretty good, and I'm excited for.
What's the deal with eggs?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
General.
Are they good, or
I have to cook them always.
You have to cook them always.
Because I saw this movie, Beauty and the Beast, and this guy Gaston didn't cook them.
My Thanksgiving pie didn't really for the egg whites.
This guy Gaston.
Gaston. No one fights like Gaston.
No, I saw on Twitter people talking about hatching eggs in Pokemon Sword and Shield and getting shiny Pokemon from them, but I haven't seen any type of egg mechanic yet.
Have you been to the daycare?
Oh, yeah.
You have. I know you have.
Yeah, I have. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know which one I went to, and I can't find it again.
There are 2 of them, both of which you can fly to on the map, I believe.
Well,
Are you saying you have to rob a daycare? You have to steal eggs from a daycare?
No, you put your Pokemon in there, and then the daycare attendants pretend that they don't know what sex is and go, we were watching your Pokemon, and all of a sudden this egg appeared. We don't know where it came from.
They have sex in a daycare?
Yes.
They're Pokemon. They're very sexual. We've been through this.
I think it's a brothel.
Well, it's not a brothel. You put 2 of your own Pokemon in there. No one's getting paid.
The daycare provider is.
Actually, you do pay them
do you?
To get take your Pokemon back out, usually. Yeah, I don't know if that's true in this generation. They might have. Oh, there's also like so many little. That reminds me, there's so many like quality of life changes that are just so good. Like the move rememberer, which is annoying to say, has always been a thing in Pokemon where like you can have Pokemon remember moves that they had previously forgotten. And in the past, that person was like in one particular place in the game, and you had to give them in this item called a heart scale to learn one move. Which was always really annoying. Heart scales were like always hard to find, and sometimes you'd like run out of them in your game, and it's just a pain in the ass. And in this one, they just made it so that there's this one guy at the Pokemon Center who does it for you, and also does renaming your Pokemon, which used to be like a whole separate guy, also in like one particular place, and I think forgetting moves also, and I think there's like one other thing he dodoes, but like basically like all of the
he rates names, I think.
Yeah, that's it, and that's just to change them.
Okay.
He'll always be, every time he'll be like, oh, that name's pretty good. Do you want to change it? And that's what that's for. But like all those things that used to be kind of separate characters in random cities you have to remember, and was like, no, not really a reason for it to be like random characters. They just like put it all into one guy who's in every Pokemon Center, which is just so convenient and great.
They took a lot of the paperwork out.
They did. And it's a good thing.
It's nice. I think it's very friendly to new users. I would recommend it to most anyone who has a Switch.
Yes, chef.
So it's called Pokemon Sword and Shield, Sword and Sealed, and it's on the Switch.
It's on the Switch.
Yes, chef.
Switch.
Yes. So
Switchblade.
I sort of feel like you guys got. Well, I mean, like. The new, there are 2 versions, as there always are with Pokemon. There's Pokemon Sword and there's Pokemon Shield. Ben has Pokemon Sword. I have Pokemon Shield.
Oh,
yeah, and they
what's the diffs?
So there's gym leaders that are different. So we were talking about the basic like plot line, or one of the plot lines is that you are like going to all these different gyms, and each gym leader that you're fighting like has a type of Pokemon that they specialize in, and they get progressively more difficult as they go on. And I think, Ben, I have the ghost type, which you don't have, right, Ben?
Mine's fighting
and
type in that city.
Ice type, which you don't have.
Yeah, mine's rock type.
Yeah.
And I believe that the gym leader, the rock type gym leader, is canonically the ice type gym leader's son.
Oh.
So I don't know that that's been I don't know that I heard that in game or if I heard it somewhere else.
Well, she does talk about her son. Someone said she had a fight with her son or something.
And honestly, I feel like after going through all those cities, that the types in Shield make more sense.
As someone who hasn't like studied what types are weak against which, I could often figure it out with just like simple logic. Like, okay, fire is probably good against ice, like stuff like that.
Oh, I meant the environments that those gyms are in, like the cities they're in, make more sense with ghost type and ice type respectively than with fighting type and rock type.
Oh,
I feel like
the city's the same. It's just the type is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Snow on Side is like near ruins,
Yeah.
and kind of like in like a deserty place. It just Ghost made sense there.
And what was there for you?
And
That's what I thought.
that's fighting type. And then the rock type one is in the middle of like the ice snowy city.
There
Where
are
you just
rocks
would
and
expect
icy
the ice type.
places.
Yeah, never seen that.
Oh, right. Whatever.
How do you know which one to get? Talk me through that purchasing process.
Get what?
Well, for Kylie and me, it came down to Flapple.
All right, I'm gonna Google that one. Stay tuned.
It's a grass dragon type, the first grass dragon type, in fact, that is only in Sword.
Yeah, it's different. Ian has Appleton, which is what it is in my game.
Yes.
All right, I got
They both
nothing but
evolve from
sexy
Applin.
images here. So there are Pokemon in your game, Ben, that Ian and Hannah literally cannot get in their game. Is that true?
Yes, and vice versa.
Yes.
So will
Such
you
as
buy
Galarian
the other
Ponyta.
one? Will you get the
Well,
other
now
one
I'm
too?
not gonna. I'm just gonna trade what I want from Hannah's, and I'll give her what she wants. Like she already asked me for a Pokemon. Well, I asked her for Ponyta, and she asked me for one that's in mine that I'm gonna get for her, and we're gonna trade those.
Yeah, so I'm going to send to you, Erin, a picture of my Ponyta before it evolved into a Rapidash, which is still very cute. But you can see it's adorable. It's fucking so adorable, and I love it. And if I had known that this was the only version I could get this Ponyta in, I would have chosen this one.
This was actually one of the sticking points for me on why I wanted I wanted Shield originally because of Galarian Ponyta, because I love it so
It's
much.
so cute.
But
Oh God,
I
that's
decided, and the reason, but Kylie really, really wanted Sword because she really wanted Flapple, and I ended up deciding that I was fine with that because number one, Kylie cared way more about Flapple than I did about Ponyta, and also I don't like to have two Pokemon of the same type on my team for no particular reason. I just like to have different ones, and I already decided that I was gonna have Alchemy as a Fairy type.
So,
The whipped cream Pokemon.
oh, okay.
And Rapidash is Fairy type.
So, yeah, I haven't been paying any attention to that. I'm really good at making really strong punch boys. Like, not necessarily fighting types, just like really strong punch boys and girls. I don't do defensive moves. I just like to punch really hard. So whatever Pokemon can punch the most hardest, that's the ones that I do.
That's the one for Hannah.
Yeah. But yeah, you also can pick your there's like I don't usually
I need to update my gym my trainer.
Yeah,
card.
I don't usually get into this kind of stuff like the like character customization, but it's like wicked fun also in this game because
There's so much.
yeah,
of it.
every city that you go to, there's like a boutique that sells different like clothes and accessories, and there's also a
clothes are so expensive.
they're so expensive, and there's also a
Do they take real money?
no,
Yeah, yeah, they do.
you win money from every like Pokemon battle that you do. So
No, they cost
when
money.
you finish a gym,
Oh, that's cute, Hannah.
it's
Wow.
so cute. When you finish a gym, you win a lot of money because you end up doing a lot of battles in the course of doing a gym. But oh my god. Why?
Jesus Christ! Oh, why did you send that?
I'm just sending them like I'm just going through these Google image searches and finding these like sexualized renderings of these Pokemon and just spamming the Slack channel. No one wants this. I don't want this. You don't want this. It's just what I have to do. I have to.
Erin is just trying to like see what we see when we play the game, and this is what she's getting. This is not Erin's fault. This is the internet's
God,
fault.
stop
by a-
sending Alchemy.
I'm compelled by a force outside of myself.
But so there's a boutique, and you can also change your hair and your quote unquote makeup, which includes your eyebrow shape and eye color. So makeup ? I don't know. Oh my god.
Wait, Hannah, we have the same pose in our trainer card.
Oh yeah, and then you can
Wow.
you customize your trainer card as well. So that's something you do. In the Pokemon
Ben, I love your
Center.
undercut.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I can't do it as a girl.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Did you notice Hannah's jersey number there, Erin?
Yep. Already commented on that picture. Nice.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
I really felt kind of like silly picking 69 as my trainer number, but I couldn't. I just had to be true to myself, and I had to be nice, you know?
Nice.
Ben, why do I have 4 stars and you only have 1 star?
Because I haven't updated my trainer card since like the beginning of the game.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's...
I don't know what those stars mean though.
Yeah,
I'm just assuming I'll have more of them now.
I don't know either. Because it's not like the number of gyms you've beaten or anything.
No, the only time I've seen stars like that is like when you go into a max raid battle, it like tells you the rating by a number of stars.
But I haven't done any of those. Oh, but maybe it's like rating you as a... Sure.
I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't know.
So I'm excited to beat the game. There's a really fun subplot that's going on that I haven't like finished yet. There's and then I'm kind of excited to actually like for the first time in my life like do some research on the Pokemon that I have and maybe try to fill up my Pokédex, which is like crazy to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's a big old Pokemon episode. Pokemon, JVN.
Love it.
Pokemon.
It's just great.
Gotta catch 'em
What a beautiful way to
So
come back.
I just said my porridge will flow through. That's all you can hope is that your breakfast. I feel like every morning I'm eating breakfast and I'm like, all right, breakfast, do your job, get me through to lunch. Don't make me hungry at 10 a.m. Come on, little buddy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it not work.
That's the way it be sometimes.
Sometimes it not work.
Yeah. Sometimes you're hungry.
I updated my league card.
Sometimes you
I have 5 stars.
eat a big boy breakfast and you're hungry at 10.
Sometimes it be that way.
Sometimes it be that way.
You don't think it be that way, but it do.
But it do.
Yeah. Cool. Ian's got like white hair on his.
That's it. That's all he changed. He just got white hair.
He's got. Oh, okay, cool. Ben just sent us his updated trainer card. Great job, Ben.
Thanks.
He's got a cool look going. Ian's like actually got a really loyal Rapidash that he keeps with him most of the time, and so he's kind of like matched his look with her, and like most of his Pokemon are female, and so it's like me and the girls are gonna go for a run. I'm like,
oh my god, I love that.
It's like very sweet and good. So that's it, Pokemon.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. That's nice. It's nice.
It's nice.
Love it.
It's nice.
Cool.
Well,
should we do homework? Let's do it. Erin, what's your homework?
All right, homework. So my homework is that you should get Jonathan Van Ness's audiobook and listen to it.
Over the top,
That's
right?
all. Over the top.
Okay.
By Jonathan Van Ness. Read by the author.
Read by the author. Ben, what's... Oh, no social media that you want us to know about. Ben.
Yep.
What's your homework?
My homework is to get Pokemon Sword or Shield and play them. They're great. They're so fun. I just love Pokemon. Pokemon.
Any socials you want?
My Twitter is nicely approved, Ben.
Cool.
That's it. Bye.
My homework is the same. Get Pokemon Sword or Shield. It's very fun, even if you're not a Pokemon like Ben. And my Twitter is Anthropology. Like the study of people with an H at the beginning of it. That is also my handle on Instagram. And also, I have another podcast called So Dreamy. We talk about dreams. We're in the middle of talking about the Sandman still, and it's been really
Mr. Sandman.
fun and great, while also being incredibly dark and disturbing. So enjoy that. we have a hotline if you want to call us and tell us what you were obsessed with this week, or just say hi, or tell us about permit versus permit. 774-326-0420.
Blaze it. I love this phone number rebrand as a hotline.
WayTooBroad hotline.
Let's try it. See if we get more calls.
Yeah, call us, leave us a voicemail at the hotline. That is how hotlines work. Usually you leave a voicemail. We have a Twitter at TooBroadPod. We have an Instagram at WayTooBroad. We have an email address if you want to send us any... No, not that kind of picture. Send us pictures that are regular, normal pictures of regular Pokemon you like, normal ones. Then you can do that at waytoobrod@gmail.com.
I got some emailing to do.
If you didn't catch any of that, all of the information about this episode and our contact information can be found at our website at waytoobrod.com for anything
Blaze
you want. earnben.com for anything you need. Blaze it. And if you had a good, fun time, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or iTunes if that still exists, or wherever you are listening that you can leave a review. And that would be super cool and great. We would love that for you.
We would love it.
Yeah, so that's it. So thanks for listening. Finding the lid. And the podcast candle is now extinguished.
Good night.
Yeehaw.
I mean, goodbye.
Goodbye, good night.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good night, goodbye, good night,
overnight.
goodbye, good night. Good night, goodbye, good night, goodbye.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. Bye.
Oh, diggity.